Hey Trinity family, congratulations on making it through your first week of virtual learning. As a teacher, it was interesting. As a parent, it was very interesting, and I'm sure you found it maybe interesting as a student. Well, anyway, for this week, I'm coming to you from the treehouse in my backyard with a new word to think about this week, and that word is truth. Thank you, Brian Carr, for this wonderful rendition of truth. We live in uncertain times. There's a lot of craziness out there right now, and you're not always sure what to believe and what not to believe. And even if it wasn't all this going on, the search for truth has always been something that people look for. And unfortunately, people tend to look in the wrong place when it comes to looking for truth. They look for truth in themselves. They look for truth in astrological signs. They look for truth in science, when they should be looking for truth in God's Word. This is a special time of year. Depending on when this message posts, it's either Saturday the 4th or it's Sunday the 5th, and Sunday, April 5th, is what we know as Palm Sunday. It's the beginning of Easter week, Holy Week, some churches call it. And if this was regular times, on Thursday night we'd have a Maundy Thursday church service. On Friday we'd have Good Friday reflection stations, and on Easter Sunday you'd have some sort of blowout of an Easter church service. You probably have an egg hunt or two somewhere in that as well. But these aren't normal times. And in normal conditions, in a church service on Palm Sunday, you'd see palm branches everywhere. And it's not going to happen this year. But luckily, we live in Florida. And wherever you look in Florida, there are palm trees. And wherever there are palm trees, you have the opportunity of making yourself a handy-dandy palm cross. And here to help me out with this is Madison. Are you ready, Madison?
Yes.
No, Maddie, that's not a palm tree.
Is this a palm tree?
No, Madison, that's not a palm tree.
Is this a palm tree?
Well, yeah, it is, but it's the wrong kind, and how are you going to cut it down?
I could jump.
Don't do that. That's unsafe.
Can I use these?
Well, you could, but they're kind of dead, so no.
Is this a palm tree?
High school education.
What about this one?
That is exactly the right kind. That's an areca palm. That's what we want. And now, Madison and I will demonstrate for you how you turn one of these into one of these. There you go.
Happy Palm Sunday.
So all kidding aside, these are pretty easy to make. It's just a leaf from an areca palm, and you can probably find them anywhere in Palm Beach Gardens. In fact, I'm going to cut a bunch of them down today from my backyard and put them in my front yard, so if anybody wants one, drive by and pick one up. It's not stealing if it's trash. I am not a handy person, and it took me about 10 minutes to figure out how to make one of these for the first time. I will link a video in the description of the YouTube video that I watched on how to make a palm cross. It's not that hard. But realistically, this is a time of reflection and a time to think about what it means to be a Christian, what Jesus had to go through this week, the highs and lows of Easter week. It was Passover at the time. The highs of entering into Jerusalem with people waving palm branches, to the lows of being crucified on Good Friday. Use this week wisely, because this week is what it means to really understand what Christ took on for us, what God gave up for us, and what we should be doing to help the rest of the world see the truth of Jesus' gospel. Have a blessed week, and see you when we can see you.